If I'd never been taken in by the Cygnus family, maybe Rilla wouldn't have had to go through with it. It's not like me at all to dwell on it, and I know we can't change the past, but I can't stop considering all these what-ifs. I don't blame you, Juna. Not one bit. Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Metaphor Fantazio. Last time, we confronted Saint Rella about the truth behind the assassination attempt on the prince, and the Sanctus Church's dealings with the Mage Academy, and she died. Unfortunately for us, Luis has also officially declared a duel to be issued on September 24th. So, that is what we're going to be spending the remaining of our days here in Altabury Heights doing, preparing for that duel. First, let's get some much-deserved rest.
Good night.
Seems Moore has summoned me to academia.
Oh, apologies. There is one thing I felt I should share with you.
Moore seems discouraged for some reason.
Do you recall some of our first conversations, where I described to you how I am trapped here? I've no idea where in the world I am right now. Indeed, I cannot even remember how I was brought here. But you and your allies journey across the land. I had thought that by observing you, I might discover a kernel of those truths.
I see. You thought maybe it was the Mage Academy. After all, it was a sanctuary of knowledge. Shuttered by persecution and isolated by wastes of snow. Nobody had gone near it in years.
Indeed. And that's not all. It's faint, but a deep memory stirs. I myself was involved in the founding of the Mage Academy.
That's practically a sure bet, isn't it?
Well, it seems the matter is not that simple. I saw all that befell you. The Ice Dragon, the Divine Relic, the magic that the Saint cast upon her people. If all these magical influences arose close to me, I would have sensed it. How could I miss them? Yet, I sensed nothing. It's as if time stands still. Not a single sound. Only deafening silence.
Are you saying that the Mage Academy could be somewhere else?
Somewhere else, or perhaps I myself? My obsession with archetype research, our meeting, the turmoil that has engulfed this land, just maybe, they might all be connected. I feel that in pursuit of the archetypes, we may find the truth of your life and of mine. One of those truths is that from here on, you will face more clashes between you and Luis. Clashes that power will decide. I aim to help as always. Show me what you might achieve beyond your gifts. My faith rests with you. Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
There he is. The curse removed.
The time's finally come.
Luis set the date for September 24th. The royal capital is undoubtedly already in an uproar over things, so there's no use in rushing back. I agree, but to be safe, we should aim to be in Grand Trad by the day before. Let us prepare for departure on the morning of September 23rd. But things might not be as easy as it was for so far. Don't have the royal magic no more. Anyone could take a shot at you. And I mean anyone.
Yes.
Right. We've got to remember that a candidate other than Luis might be gunning from us from here on out. Wonderful. Just great. Prepare for the final battle. Ahead of my final battle with Luis, my adversary decreed by fate, I will want to prepare as best as I can and then make my way to Grand Trad, where my supporters await. The final battle with Luis in Grand Trad approaches. Spend your time before the designated day making sure you're fully prepared for the fight. Use your Skyrunner to fly to previously unreachable locations and brave new challenges. Be cautious of the snow and inclement weather condition around Altabury. Gather information in town about what powers Luis commands as an Archmage. We only have 10 days left to prepare for our battle with Luis. Let's make sure we are as strong as we can be before we face Luis. Only wish we had more time.
And then...
Keep an eye on Juna, but it's Basilio I'm worried about. They're holding up, but they just both lost someone important to them. What? I was having a talk with Gallica. What do you want, Lovelace? He's here! That damn black-hearted prince! You might think you're getting away with your wicked schemes, but I know all about it! I'll crush you and put an end to your blasted villainy!
Hey...
Hold on, what are you talking about? We've never done anything villainous in our lives. What's that? Still playing the innocent, are you? Grand suits me just fine. Next time we meet, I'll settle this once and for all. Here, I'll tell you exactly where you can find me. What did I do to piss off Lovelace? I'm waiting here right for you, scum. Don't even think about running.
There's a runner.
There's Lovelace's runner. Wonderful. I think there's been some sort of misunderstanding. Nonetheless, if we run into him again, we might be unable to avoid a fight. Unable to? Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, definitely unable to. Hi, Basilio. Thinking about myself, you know? I'm not used to doing all this thinking. Can't get me thoughts in order. Wish I could just skip town, put the whole thing from my mind. Not to have to think about anything. Maybe I should lend an ear to Basilio on our travels. Maybe we should. Keep an eye on that. Now that we have Altabury Heights available to us again, it's best if we go ahead and just talk to all of the other candidates, I guess. So Forden, my primary obstacle among the candidates, is dead. What a fool relying on something so unstable as religion for support. The only constants in this world are power and military might. And I, Rudolph, leader of the Assault, am the perfect candidate to demonstrate this truth. Only Luis remains to challenge me. Yet I do not know what other tricks he holds up his sleeve. Thus before him, I ought to crush those irritating minor candidates.
Honestly...
Sheesh, what's this guy's deal? Upset he can't measure up to Luis? Rest assured that you too will be part of my purge. Before I deal with Luis, I swear I will send you to your grave. I have no need to obfuscate my whereabouts. Here is my next destination. Rudolph too, okay? If you're bold enough to fight, then come and face me. Seems we're gonna be taking care of the remaining candidates, it looks like. In fact, I think I'll sweeten the deal to ensure you don't turn tail. If you beat me, I'll give you a weapon that's extremely effective against monsters. What say you? If you're foolish enough to fight me, this only makes it more interesting, hmm? This candidate can't be allowed to continue like this. A fight is inevitable. Damn it all. We'll be sure to do that. We also have more here. Let's go ahead and just interact with the NPC. That way we have the fast travel option. And we all are here in Altabury. It's best that we go ahead and unlock all the side quests we can. Very similar to our journey in Brylehaven. Nelda and a fairy traveling together. Wait, you're that prince people have been talking about. All my life, commoners like me have been little more than tools in the hands of you nobles and royalty. Curse you! You drag us into your wars, you work us to the bone, and then you cast us aside! And just as I found something lucrative. Damn it all!
About that...
Look, I don't know your life, but you're clearly struggling with something. Could you tell us what's going on? Yeah, I'd like to help. What, so it's not just a rumor? There's a prince going around helping people? Well, I'm sure someone like me is near last on the list.
Well then?
You're welcome to be suspicious, but you can at least tell us what's going on. I'm a craftsman. Used to be, I made armor for the soldiers. These days, I've decided to put my skills to blankets and clothing instead. These are dangerous times, though. Things being what they are, I haven't been able to get the thread I need. Why, this is the coldest winter we've had in years. We wake up and wonder if anyone's froze to death in the night. Look, if you really are the savior they think you are, or they say you are, you think you can go and get the materials in my place? I can manage a reward, of course. How about some custom armor made out of the materials you get me? Sound good? Where can I get this thread?
Thanks.
Thanks so much. I make my cloth by weaving Durable spider silk. Oh, please, no spiders. I can help anyone in need except for spiders. You can only buy it in a place called Malva. Here, I'll show you where it is. Okay, we only have to buy it. That's good.
Let's give it a
I
shot.
should travel to Malva and procure some durable spider silk, material used in blankets and other articles for weathering the bitter cold. We'll get mountaineer gloves, increase our tolerance, and get about 40,000 real. Not bad. That is to the south, where Loveless is going to be hanging out. I guess we should head to Malva. Following the road there should be the safest option. Sounds good. Okay.
Let's help them out.
Okay, then let's head to Malva. There's no time to waste if his blankets are keeping people from freezing to death. No, that is definitely a very important mission. Okay, let's head further north. I guess this is south, but further up the railing here of Dia Franco Street. I don't see any other side quests here. I wonder if we have any posters. I don't see anything with our faces on it. Maybe it'll just take a little bit of time for us to become popular again. I wonder what the Sanctus Church has to say, at least the guardsmen here. Luis's supporters are becoming more brazen by the day. Who knows what they might do to us if he wins? Is this our punishment for robbing the pagans of this land? Is history so inclined to repeat itself? There's definitely some irony for sure. And we can see that Luis has his posters all strewn about. Even in Altabury Heights, the seat of Sanctism, you can feel his influence. Let's go over by the Opera House and see if we can't find any more side quests, just to see. Yep, we got one right over here, this soldier. We're out of options. The only way out of this is to slay Luis myself. And with that decided, I must head to the royal capital to do the dark deed. Oh. Wait, you can't mean to plan to fight him all by yourself. Don't be so reckless. Imelda and a fairy. You must be that self-proclaimed prince. Don't attempt to stop me. It's too late to turn back. If Luis becomes king, this country will turn into a living hell. One where my wife, my child, and my elderly parents will all be culled. I get that. We don't want it either. But getting yourself killed won't help anything. We'll take care of Luis, so, hold your position, soldier. What proof do you have that you can accomplish such a task? Your performance in the tournament was impressive, but it's hardly enough. My mind is set, so you'll have no luck trying to stop me. However, if you can prove yourselves but to be stronger than the famed Zeokropos in the Tower of Insolence, another tower, then it's a different story. Even within the army, it's a feared for its strength. If you can defeat it, then maybe I can trust you. Alright, I'll prove it. We'll be risking our lives to stop you from risking yours. Lovely. Alright, tell us about the Zeokropos. North of Altabury, there's a place called the Tower of Insolence. Many fearsome monsters dwell there, but the Zeokropos is the greatest of them. Adventurers go there seeking fame or treasure, but they either never return, or they come sprinting out with tears in their eyes and their tail between their legs. If you want to know the specific location or details about the monster, you should probably ask the informant. Defeat the Zeokropos and bring me its Bramblethorn baton as proof. If you can, that is. Alright, well, another one of those stupid towers. We know how those work. We'll get about 82,000 reeves, not bad. We do nothing, he might really go and try to fight with Luis, so we should probably go defeat that monster. First off, though, we should stop by the Altabury informant. We will do that after we've unlocked all of our side quests, because, yeah, it's pretty important. Over here, we have a variety of NPCs just kind of hanging out. We have ways to increase our social stats, which isn't too necessary. But I do want to stop over here by this large bridge, as since we're in Altabury Heights, it's best for us to find all the remaining gold beetles here. And one of them is right over here. We're also surrounded by this amazing view. I don't know if it's just me, or maybe with the King's Rock just kind of in my mind, but some of the markings in the sky here, all the yellow markings, I could swear I can see faces in the sky. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'll do like a little marking on the edit to showcase what I'm thinking of, but I don't know. It's like if there is a god, they're staring down at us. More than just the King's Rock, which is probably on its way over to Grand Trad. Anyways, we can't see anything else over here, so let's go back down to... let's go to the... We've already checked the Sky Bridge, I believe. Well, actually, no, we haven't. Well, let's go check that out real fast. We can see that we don't exactly have a quest for us. But there is something important I want to check out, and that would be the King's Rock. As we can see, Luis is now in first place, with us actually pretty close behind him. Our head isn't as big, but it's pretty good. And you can see that, yeah, the Luis posters are everywhere, even here. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's, actually, let's hold off on that, because I don't exactly want to be arguing with a candidate right now. We have Yufa here. I believe I am missing a gold beetle somewhere down here. So let's go into the lower areas of Altabury. I believe I have a gold beetle to obtain somewhere down here. God damn it! Hey, did you hear that? It sounded like someone was in pain. I think they might be needed. I think they might be nearby. Another one? Oh, damn, this hurts. Oh, it's you. I've heard the rumors about you. Look, I'm in dire straits. Think you can spare me a medicinal herb or two? Sure. Do I not have a medicinal herb? Do I not have one? Oh my goodness, so I do not have a medicinal herb. Did I use them all? Huh. Well, I guess I can go grab one real fast. Hang on. If you're curious, medicinal herbs can be bought in the Comfort Concoctions in Grand Trad. Let's go ahead and just grab this guy and give him his herb. Yes, we know you're in pain. Now let me go help you, damn it. Thanks.
You saved me.
I was drinking at my local when some nutter showed up with a row of patrons. All I said was, I don't care for Luis, and the maniac pulled a knife on me. Things are all crazy all over, eh? Well, thanks for saving me, Your Highness. You're a right decent fella. Got tainted threads and tailbait, very much worth it. Luis's supporters are becoming more fanatical by the day. We need to act, and fast. But we've got 10 days to spare, so unfortunately we're gonna have to hold on a little bit longer. And there's one more gold beetle that I think we can grab over here in Lunlumo Approach. Our Lunlumo Approach is the gold beetle on the far north side of the map down these staircases here. If we go back to the Skyward Tavern, we have a variety of guests here, including a gold beetle. There we go. That's quite a few of them now. We might be able to go get ourselves an upgrade, but I'll go ahead and check real fast, and if I can, then you'll see it. Okay, here's what you promised us. We got the Flame Seal Corselet. It's an armor said to be impervious to even a dragon's flame. Well, I've never worn it myself, naturally. Again, with the dragons, are you an expert on them too, not just bugs? Oh, you mustn't say such things too loudly. The country tries to keep the very existence of dragons a secret, after all. But since you've been such exemplary assistants, perhaps I shall tell you a story sometime. There are still gold beetles hiding out there. If you find any more, please bring them to me. If you find another of 8, making 46 in total, I'll give you this Dragon's Fall in exchange. Got it. If we find more, we'll bring them to you. With my old eyes and joints, I simply cannot catch them myself. I'm counting on you. Perhaps he was probably part of the Mage Academy, maybe?
What now?
Who knows? Let's check out this Dragon's Corselet. Or sorry, the Flame Steel Corselet. It is a 350 defense with 4 evasion that nullifies fire. A very, very, very good chess piece. The downside is that I don't really care too much to wear that on Will, so let's put that on someone who might actually want it. Actually, that might end up changing depending on what archetypes I'm using, as if someone's weak to fire, like if a Seeker, perhaps, is weak to fire, might have to put that on them. Just, they're weak to fire and whatnot. One more thing that I want to do for preparation before we start spending our time here in Altabury is that I want to go to the recruitment center, as there will be something new for us there. Let's go ahead and check it out, shall we? It's right over here in Lunlumo Approach, or Lunlumo. I feel like it's Lunlumo, but if I say Lunlumo, for some reason it just rolls off the tongue a little better. You want to see the contracts? I'm counting on you, Your Highness. Let's see what we got. We've got the Ice Beast, Kaimanzan? Traceless threat. I need to slay the Ice Beast Kaimanzan in the Everfrost Forest north of Altabury. The informant at the tavern at Diafranco Street in Altabury should have more details. We'll get 120,000 Re for this. Yes, please. The contract should be suitable for someone of your skill. I'd like for you to quickly take down the Ice Beast at Kaimanzan that's appeared in Montario. Some don't believe it exists. It's a legendary monster said to inhabit a snowy mountain. Lately, though, we've heard a number of sightings come in. Witnesses report seeing a 2-headed beast with a white body that blends in with the snow. Soldiers were dispatched to search for it, but the majority of them never returned. After that, a whole delegation was dispatched to deal with it, but they found no success. The monster has left nary a footprint behind. So it's smart enough to cover its tracks. This is the type of thing we can't ignore. Dealing with it is going to take a lot of effort. So how about it? Do you accept? At this rate, it's only a matter of time before it starts seeking out victims in the neighboring areas. I'll take it. Now that's what I'd like to hear. The beast lurks in a place called Everfrost Forest, located north of Altabury. For more information, go ask the informant about it. But this beast doesn't leave tracks behind, right? Even if we could fight it, we can't accomplish much if we can't find it in the first place. Well, a report did mention that it appeared shortly after a Valmo in that forest was killed. Other than the Kaimanzan, the Valmos are the strongest beasts out there. Maybe the target monster knew something was up after it sensed the Valmo's defeat. See. Well, we don't have any other leads, so should we set our sights on the Valmo? If you do manage to slay it, bring me its Frostpoint horn. With that as evidence, I'll be able to give you the reward.
Let's do it.
Sounds good. Where are we gonna need to head, boss? Over there. Okay. Everfrost Forest. Sounds awfully cold, but it does look like we could fly there, right? We probably could.
Right there's a labyrinth.
We'll keep that in mind. Now, as I mentioned before, that there is a certain someone named Julian who is up on that podium attempting to garner the faith of the people. Let's go ahead and put him in his place, shall we? That's Julian for you. His arrogance gets on my wick, but he's certainly got some brass to give speeches in times like these. Let's see what he's talking about.
Check this out.
Look, another candidate's are making speeches. It's quite a crowd. Ah, well, you've come at just the right moment. Would you care to partake in a debate with me?
What?
I get the feeling this guy just wants to one-up you for publicity. I'll send him home crying. If you can put the future you're imagining into words, I'm sure people will follow you. It'll be tough, but it's a good chance to hone your skills. If I enter a debate here, my eloquence and imagination should increase. If it goes well, you might even get some donations. Yes! Let's do it.
Sanitation.
From what I've seen of your efforts to this point, your actions seem utterly haphazard. How long will you repeat these fanciful escapist promises? You know as well as I that what this country needs is consistency. Concrete measures that will last a century. Allow me to explain in terms even an ignorant child could comprehend. Open your ears now.
If that's all.
Let us first recall that all resources are limited. Food, fuel, and magic are precious natural commodities, after all. Under my enlightened leadership, measures will be taken to preserve all intelligent beings. I will limit hunting to ensure the survival of local fauna. The preservation of such diversity will lead to prosperity 100 years from now. That's the ideal nation in my mind's eye. Unlike those dolts who can only see short-term profits, Julian's a true genius. Limit hunting? Because this pompous fool thinks animals are more important than keeping the people fed! Julian's playing to the scholarly minded. How should I appeal to them?
And besides,
None of your plans for the future will matter if we don't first address the pressing issues of today.
no.
Tribal discrimination, poverty. These matters are trivial. By my projections, these issues will simply sort themselves out over the course of the next century. We don't have 100 years to wait. We need help today. What Will says isn't realistic either, but maybe we'd see results faster than Julian.
How absurd.
I swear, this is the problem with the dull minds of the short-sighted. It seems like you're losing this argument there, buddy.
I knew it!
You did great in that debate. The other candidate will be studying that loss for years. The people thought you sounded smart back there. They wanted to give you this. 10,000 Reeve, not bad.
Works for me.
This experience seems to have honed your eloquence and imagination. +7 eloquence, and I believe that was +2 imagination. This caps out our eloquence. We are now a rhetorician. Rhetorician. I need to work on my eloquence.
Eloquence. Why, that's...
After listening to the people of the city, I returns to my friends. Back to the Altabury Inn. At this point in time, that should be the final debate you need to do. So, yay! You might have been able to unlock a trophy at that point in time. Now, obviously, Norris seems to fear that we've forgotten about him. Trust me, we haven't. However, there's one thing I want to do before we go and talk to Norris. And that is, of course, regarding a gold beetle. Because, of course it is. Of course it's regarding a gold beetle. I always like talking about gold beetles. While you still have the opportunity, we should do what we can. If you ever need help, just ask. What I need help with right now is traveling over to the lower Diafranco Street, I believe. and getting ourselves something cool. Oh, I just went right back where I needed to go. I was one thing off. I need to go to the upper Blue Sky Bridge. Whoops. We need to go down into that region where we help that guy with a medicinal herb, as there's a store that is only available at nighttime, as there usually is with magic shops, as there is a gold beetle there along with some new items. So we're gonna take a look at that real fast. In here, if we interact with this gold beetle, I guess it's kind of in the urn. Thank you. And obviously, if we were to talk to the old shopkeeper, now there's a face I don't see every day. I don't carry igniters here, but have a look around anyway. Oh, I've received word from Alonzo. You said you were worthy of a discount, so I'll oblige. Oh, thanks, Alonzo. We still need to work with your stuff. I wonder if his plan is coming through. One thing I want to do is sell all my loot. Well, there's also something else I want to sell since we got it. The Miracle Igniter. I don't really care about igniters, so that's just free selling fodder. Obviously, they still have the throwable items. We also have the Praetorian Cloth, Phantasmal Doll, and whatnot, but these are also now cheaper. This is at the point in time where if you want to utilize these, this is the time where I would say it's pretty reasonable to do so. However, I would still wait for Idle's Day. If I had to give any suggestions, I would say the Praetorian Cloth is probably more valuable than Phantasmal Doll, but that's entirely up to you and what strategies you want to go with. However, I do want to start saving up my cash for something else. We obviously were big spenders earlier. Hello there, Katharina. We're not going to talk to her just yet. We obviously aren't big. We did a lot of big spending after our time in Dragon Grace Shinjuku, and I have another big shopping spree that I am going to be planning for here fairly soon. Also, let's go ahead and interact with the King's Rock to get ourselves some free mag.
Hang on.
So there's a Coronation Rock in this city too. Wonder how all the rankings are doing.
Finally, eh?
Your face is showing up nice and clear now. You're giving Luis a real fight for the first place. Took us a long time to get here. Keep thinking about all the struggles we've been through. All we have to do now is beat Luis and put an end to this. For the prince's sake. 20,000 extra mag.
Yep.
At least now we know where we stand. Shall we get back to it? Yes. Now, let's go and talk to Nurse. Actually, hang on. There's even more stuff I have to do before I talk to Nurse. There is a gambling man that has my money, and I want to go and say hi to him. Man, I am just so scatterbrained today. There's so many things to do. We've been just kind of on rails with the narrative for a few episodes now, and it's just, now that everything's opened up to us, it's just like, here's all this stuff you could do. Now, go, fetch. Okay. Let's interact with you. You're here. Let's do some accounting then, shall we? Seems you've lost this time, but chin up, lad. Everyone has these days. Oh. Right. Well, honestly, I'm surprised it took this long for me to get something wrong. So, I just quickly looked at my notes. I was supposed to talk to this guy, before we left Virga Island, and I didn't, and then we were supposed to bid again and put myself at second place. Whoops. Well, that's honestly the first time I've messed something up in my run so far that I can count. Oopsies. Well, in the meantime, I think it's best if we go and hang out with Nurse. We've been holding it off for a long time. I think it's best if we do that. Nurse examines the third relic, chatting about his well-off family and past fiancé. But now he boasts he's left all that behind for runners. And damn, he's doing really good for himself. He was finally able to make that girl fly. Let's go have a good celebration with him. Hi, Nurse.
Quite.
Tensions in the air to be expected, eh? What with the fight against Luis looming before us? But, don't get too worked up, my boy. See? How goes the relic research? Have you found anything? We found a lot. Even if it seems like a piece of rubbish, show it to me anyway. There might be some hidden trick like it to the others. I handed Nurse the junk we picked up during our travels. And this is... It looked no more than rubbish at a glance, but... I say, it never hurts to be thorough. If this goes here, then... capital! Ha ha ha! Never gets old! Absolutely magnificent. All the wisdom of the ancients sitting in the palm of my hand. Rather gives a chap the strength to go on.
That's awful.
It's like this every time. At this point, I think your reactions are more interesting than the relics, Nurse.
Well.
Oh, so what's it set up like this, eh? So then it could be forward compatible with modern design. Ha! Eureka! I'm struck, lad! Thunderstruck! The nurse of moments ago was a driveling buffoon compared to the now. It's all thanks to you, Will. Okay. 6 years leave of lights, okay. But you know, the more I see them, the more mysterious they get. They're fundamentally different from the igniters in both process and function. Ordinarily, magic just isn't viable without Magla and magic igniters, whether for the Gauntlet runners or otherwise. In fact, this country's technology practically relies on magic igniters. Dangerous dependency, that. Might be why I'm so drawn to these relics or you lot. Aren't igniters convenient to have, though?
Of course.
Quite so! They're simple enough that even a child can work them. But that's the very trouble, you see. Wielding power beyond what we can handle is a fast track to madness.
The truth is...
Took a bit of experimentation. I'd rather forget that, truth be told. I was once approached by the government to personally participate in igniter development. They gathered up some destitute platypus who had no other place to go, and subjected them to experiment after awful experiment.
About that.
You didn't stop it?
No.
The experiments had already started by the time they'd gotten around to asking me, and at that point my descent would have been met with like an insect underfoot. I lost track of several engineers I once considered friends that did participate, and it's hard to imagine what evils they worked on there. Us tech-minded maniacs were all too easily led astray. Dangle some new technology in front of our eyes, and curiosity will win over ethics every time. I never openly opposed the projects, absorbing myself in the Gauntlet Runner research. Thinking back on it, I suppose that was an easy way to bury a guilty conscience. Naive as it was, I wanted to be responsible for an invention that inspired dreams, not one meant only for death and destruction. And after that, and now after all that, I've been kicked back down to the bottom rung.
No.
I'd say this is more of a step up, no? You're not wrong. These days, I get to cruise and ramble as I please with a seat in the prince's own runner. Though it's only because of my past choices that I can show off my best work nowadays. And the entire kingdom is a fine venue for it. Scholar could ask nothing more. I can sense Nurse's pride as a researcher, as well as his deep trust in me.
I'm a lucky man to be part of your grand quest.
And finally, we now have 2 inheritance slots for the gunner. All that said, I hope you'll still keep an eye out for these relics, eh? Sounds good, Nurse. Trust me, we have plenty of them. Plenty.
However...
Something's is nagging at me, though. Why the devil are these relic pieces so scattered about the world? Seems like to me they were all once part of a greater whole. So is this some kind of natural, coincidental dispersal, or something else altogether? Well, next time you bring me a relic, we may very well get to the answer. Counting on you as always. I parted ways with Nurse and left the engine room. I think we're going to use today to hang out with Yufa, as that's something we haven't done just yet. And I think we should probably start that storyline sooner rather than later. Hello, Yufa.
What should we do?
The day of our big battle's coming soon, and I don't want to have any regrets about it. If you have a moment, would you care to saunter around Brylehaven with me? It's a city I've always wanted to see with my own eyes. Oh, baby, man. You do not have to convince me to go back to Brylehaven. Of course I'll come with you.
I'm very happy.
Really? That'd make me so happy. So this is Brylehaven. There are so many foods here which I've never seen on the island. This bone-in meat. It is used as a ritual offering, yes? Has the heart been left out to dry somewhere? Miss, I must ask you to refrain from making such unsavory quibbles about our products.
Pardon me.
I apologize. I didn't intend for that to... Last thing I need is my customers thinking about is rituals and organs. This is exactly why nobody cares for you, Miss Starry. Well, now I'm regretful. was rude to the shopkeeper, even if it was just because of my excitement at seeing such interesting wares.
Hey,
You shouldn't worry about it too much.
Is it true?
I have heard all sorts of different people in the city, and that makes it dangerous. But being pagan, I suppose I'm the most different. Frightening prospect.
Whew.
There are so many kind people, too. Why, at the other place we visited, someone even offered me a special deal on a pail which pours good fortune. I don't think I can leave you anywhere. I don't think I can leave you to devices just yet.
That is...
Juna said the same thing, actually. You and she do see eye to eye on much, don't you, Will? I guess. Everything in this town is so different from my own. It's a bit overwhelming, but it's also such a thrill. The clothes, the food, even the plants are completely foreign to me. And though we're not far from the island, there's this exotic smell in the air. You smell that? What is it? There's a tinge of sweetness. Makes me nostalgic. I don't notice anything about the smell. It's so rich. There's a complexity to it. It kind of tickles the nose. Shall we try to follow it to its source? Sure, lead the way.
This is the place.
Here we are. It's not very strong, but there's a complex smell. This is a saint's church, isn't it? Maybe they use a perfume of some sort in ceremony. Are you here to pray? Oh, sorry, but no.
No.
Do you have some business here at the church?
actually...
We were curious about the smell.
I see.
Ah, I see that the young lady here is Mistari.
Actually...
Pleased to meet you. My name is Yufa. This is Will. Is it alright for me to make introductions?
So?
Are you perhaps the one I've heard about? The one who's been stirring up a ruckus? Ah, never mind. I shan't pry. I am Hyperic. If you have an interest in sanctism, I would love to talk further with you. But I'm afraid I haven't the time to do so today. I was just about to escort Ovi here, his child, on our way home.
Ovi,
I was just praying with Master Hyperic and visiting Mama in the sick room.
truly.
In the sick room?
Truthfully.
Her mother is very, very ill. She's currently being cared for at the church. I apologize for leaving so soon after you've traveled so far. I hope you'll visit again, whenever you wish. I'll be waiting.
I'll see you again soon.
Sure. Until next time.
See you later.
Bye-bye, Yufa and Will. See you later. Closure, eh? Wasn't intending to visit a church, but I'm glad I got to speak with a follower of sanctism. I wouldn't mind learning more about the sanctists in general. I'm curious about the differences between them and us. The Mistari, I mean.
Well, now,
Would you mind maybe visiting this place again with me? I admit I'd prefer not to go inside alone.
Sure.
Of course I'll come with you.
thank you greatly.
Thank you so much, but I'm warning you. I'm going to chant your name while I sleep so that you don't forget this promise. That's another Mistari tradition, I'm assuming? I'm glad I invited you out. The outside world isn't as harsh towards pagans as I thought it would be. I can sense gratitude and a hint of relief on Yufa's smiling face. Oh, that's good at least.
It's strange. Until recently, I lived with such fear.
Well, you don't have to anymore, Yufa. And with rank 2, we now reduce the mad cost of studying the summoner lineage, which is very good. And we also obtained pagan teachings, reduces the chance of the party being afflicted with anxiety. This is actually better than you think it might be, even if anxiety is usually triggered by you messing up. There are things later on that can force anxiety as an actual ailment, so having this available is pretty good. Inherent resistance to it, essentially.
But then...
There's something a little off about this church. I might just be imagining things. Huh. Oh, I'm sorry. It's gotten quite late. We should start heading back. Oh, 1300 mag. Nice. Let's see here. Is anyone going to be in my head today? Nurse. Okay, well, I think we might hold off on you. I think what we might do today is let's continue. I think we should continue maybe Juna's bond rank. Let's do that. Textile merchant Capra approaches Juna on a shopping trip, asking her to perform at a festival for the town's laborers. She gladly accepts. Let's go and see what that's going on. I wonder if he'd listen to what I have to say. Let's see what's going on here. Especially since Juna's kind of been in a rough spot recently with the storyline. Let's see if we can't hang out with her and maybe lift her spirits a little bit. Hey, Juna.
Hey.
Finally facing off against Luis. I've been waiting for this moment for so long, I think. I've got butterflies. Oh, are you free now? I have a favor to ask. It's about the festival in Brylehaven. I need to start preparing, so would you mind accompanying me? Sure, why not? I knew I could count on you. If you could do your teleport thing and get us to Brylehaven, I was just there, but sure, why not? I have nothing against going back to Brylehaven. I got separated from Juna while we were trying to avoid her getting seen. Wonderful.
Come now.
Hey, how about a flower for your loved one? The rare beauty's bound to impress. Huh, flowers, eh? Is that a child? Cute kid, but I don't recognize the tribe. I need to prioritize finding Juna.
Hold on.
What are you staring at, darling? I'm over here.
What?
What? What is it? Is there something on my face?
No.
I was worried I lost you.
Huh?
Oh, you were. Thank you.
Then.
Well, shall we press on? We've got to meet up with Capra. The show is proceeding apace. We have a stage under construction at the Colosseum, and for your outfit, last year's dress is going to be refitted for you, Lady Juna. Ah, and regarding a little thank you gift we're preparing.
No.
Oh, please, that's unnecessary. If there are any proceeds from this, pay it forward to the audience. Is that possible? That's quite generous of you, Lady Juna. We're so blessed to have you singing for us. The whole town is buzzing with excitement.
Wait a second.
Oi! That's you thieving crooner! What brings the high and mighty songstress to sing at our lowly labor festival, eh?
Huh?
Why, you ask? Well, not because I was invited. Liar! You slithered your way into it, you bloody snake! It's all you Nydia know how to do!
Come now.
Mistress, please. There's no need for theatrics. I asked her to sing personally. I'm sorry, but you simply don't have the draw Lady Juna does.
No way.
That's so! But I don't mean that that doesn't mean I have to accept it. As a matter of fact, I don't.
It'll be fine.
Don't let her get to you. Oh, I know. I've grown a thick skin over the years, nothing for it.
My goodness.
I do apologize for that. She was last year's main act, and I dare say she's cross about not being asked to return. Don't worry about it. I've always had enemies. Some have even made attempts on my life. Capra, the harder something gets, the more determined I am to see it done. That's so very reassuring, my lady. Truly. Truly. Well then, I'll take my leave.
Got a second?
It's not that I don't sympathize with her, but crowds are only won through hard work and skill.
Right.
She's no match for a songstress of your caliber.
Naturally.
We're in different leagues is all, and she'll have no choice but to get that through her thick skull once I show her why.
Let's do this.
Besides, having someone close by to watch over me gives me just the burst of confidence I need. Talking about you, of course. You got that? Oh, I got it. I can sense Juna's extraordinary trust in me.
I'm going to give this performance my all.
And I look forward to it, Juna. Rank 3 gives us an extra inheritance slot for the Masked Dancer and Battle Aura, which will give her an increase in EXP whenever she's in reserve. It's still not the exact amount she would get if she was on the field, but we'll take what we can get.
Leave it to me.
If I'm going to make this the performance of a lifetime, I have a lot to think about. Let's call it a day, shall we? I woke quite to the chill in the air today. Is every morning in this mountain city this frigid? It's actually quite balmy by this area's standards. You know, we're not far from where I was born. Ah, this crisp air fills me with such nostalgia.
That's got me thinking.
Blimey, that runner of yours is quite right quick, even in the snow. Luis had to fly over terrain like this, but your man just blasted right through it. Such a compliment would bring nerves to tears. We've only got 8 days to prepare. Can't let ourselves waste this time. I know. But for right now, we're going to have to call it a day. Next time on Metaphor ReFantazio, we are going to begin making preparations to do something. Yeah, a very exciting outro, isn't it? But I think I'll keep it a bit of a secret for right now. So, with that said, I'll see you soon.
Now what am I to do?